Welcome you to today's episode. Today we are going to talk about multiplaza. A multiplaza, it is a combinational circuit that selects binary information from one of many input lines and directs it to output lines. A multiplaza is simply a data selector. You get to know why they are saying it's a data selector. In most cases, multiplier is called max for short. So in our lesson, anytime you see max, don't be confused. It's multiplier that we are talking about. Now, as I said, a multiplier is a data selector. This is a dialer. This line is a dialer. When it points into an information in input 0, it brings out the output which contains information from input 1. Okay, and this same goes to input 1. When the dialer points to input, let me say the information from input 1, the output is the information from input 1. When the dialer points to input 2, the output is information from input 2. Same goes to input 3. So this is how a multiplier is called a data selector. It selects information from inputs. Note that it selects one information from many inputs as it explained. We have types of multiplier. We have 2 by 1 multiplier, 4 by 1 multiplier, 8 by 1 multiplier, 16 by 1 multiplier, and 32 by 1 multiplier. Note this, no matter the number of inputs, the output is always 1. Let's come here and see. Listen, the inputs here are 4, but the output is 1. The inputs are 4, the output is 1. So, multiplier, its output is 1. Don't be confused. The relationship between a selector variable and input. One might ask, what is a selector variable? The selector variable is the one here, the S, is the selector variable. Okay, so this input and selector variable, what is the relationship between them? Let's come to that. If n, which is the number of inputs, is equal, oh sorry, if n, the number of inputs, where n, oh, it's supposed to be 2m, 2 exponential, where m is the number of select lines. Note that the selector variable is also known as select lines. Therefore, maybe you've been given a multiplier, a max for short, a max diagram, but you don't know the number of selector there. I mean, you don't know the number of selector, you don't know if you have to bring in 2 selectors or 3 selectors, you're confused, you don't know what to do. Don't worry. You just bring out log n base 2. Give you the number of selector. So what is n? You count the number of inputs here. Okay? So the number of inputs here is 2. When n is equal to 2, note that the selector will be 1. So that's why we call it 2 by 1 max. So 2 inputs, 1 selector. When n is equal to 4, let's say these inputs here are 4, note that the selectors will be 2. But don't be confused, so don't say since here is 2, it will be 4 by 2 max. No, the reason why the 1 is here is because the output will be 1. The y here will be 1. Considering this 2 by 1 max, this 2 by 1 max, we can generate a truth table for it. One might be confused where from this E. Yes, this E is called enable input. It is also an input. Yes, so this is also an input. As I said, we have 4, 16, 32 marks. So don't be confused. So the input here can be multiple. Yep. So the enable here and this input together with the selector, which the output is 1, we can generate a truth table for it. So what's the truth table? Okay. If the condition here is if the enable input is 0, don't bother to check the selector. Don't check whether if it's carrying 1 or 0. Don't bother yourself to check. Don't bother yourself to check whether if it's 1 or 0. Once the enable input is 0, your y, your output is 0. Once the enable input is 0, your output is also 0. When the enable input is 1 and your selector is 0, your output, let me show it here. Let's say this is 1 and your selector is 0. The input is the information from here, input 0. Okay, your output is input 0. Okay. And when the enable is 1, your selector is also 1. Since it's 1, 1, it will be able to bring out the information in input 1. I hope you're clear with this. Okay. This truth table that we're able to generate from these 2 by 1 maths, this is the logic expression for it. See, here we got x naught, let me say s bar for it. So this y, here is having 2 and circuits. This in one OR gate. But this 2 and circuit that it's having, this thing here, which is the 0 here, it makes it it makes it not circuit. This 0 here, this 0 here, which indicates the complement here, it makes it a not circuit. And this E here indicates it can be any input. It can be any input. So this logical expression, we can get a logic diagram for it. So this is the logic diagram. As I said, we have 2 AND circuits here, 2 AND circuits here. And so 2 AND gates here, 2 AND gates. And we have 1 OR gate. This IE here can be any input, as I said. This complement, S complement, is indicating the not here. So when you take this AND gate, it's carrying S not and it's also carrying input 0. This E here is telling you it can be any input. And when you come to this not this AND gate, it carries S as it is here, and it's also carrying 1 input. So at the end, these 2 AND gates is joined together with the help of the OR gate, which is here, bringing out the expression of this whole thing. So our Y here is this. Please take note of this diagram. Okay. This same diagram, we can make it very simple. This seems a bit complicated here. In its simplest form, it can be in this form. Okay, this is a little bit clear. This is our input 0, input 1. This is our NOT gate from here, and NOT gate from here. And then these 2 inputs from the previous slide, you saw it. Our OR gate is also here. So when you take this expression, you should be able to explain everything here. As I said, you have our 2 AND gate. These are 2 AND gates. Uh, one OR gate, which is this, and then we have a NOT circuit, which is this here. Now, what is the advantages of a multiplier? All these that we are talking about, what is the advantages of it? What are the advantages of it? Sorry. One, A multiplier reduces the number of wires. That is true. When you use a multiplier, you don't need to connect plenty wires. Let's take the 2 by 1 max. Okay. The 2 by 1 max. You don't need plenty wires in connecting it as compared to 4 by 1. Yeah. Once the number of wires are reduced, definitely the cost will be also reduced. You don't need to pay too much money for the wires. And the implementation of various circuits using max. When you're using max, you can use the gates or the gates. As here in this diagram, you can see the and, you can see the or, you can see the not. In other form, you'll be able to see many gates. So thanks you for watching this video. Thank you for watching this video. Expect more. Bye bye.